do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back after technical difficulties. Thank you to my guests for having patience with me and not hating on me. But thank you.
Oh no, we still hate on you.
Yeah, thank you. I love you too, mate. So, sorry about that. We're back. Game Week 31. Hopefully you can hear my lovely, lovely guest voices. And forget what happened a few minutes ago. We're back, and we've got more guests. We've got a llama hopped in. We've got a man who used to like injecting people with his little syringes. And but we're back, and like I said, Game Week 31. Want to talk about that? And we've got Mr. Focal. Hopefully we'll get a few more viewers coming back to the stream. But Focal, once again, thank you for.
Hello, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, we haven't spoke yet.
Second introduction. Yeah.
The viewers are coming
Good
back.
to be here.
The viewers are back. Boom, we're back. Focal,
Excellent.
welcome, mate. Welcome. It's your debut on here. Great to have you on.
Yeah, good to be here.
Like we said last time, how did you get on? How did you get on in Game Week 30, mate?
Game Week 30, yeah. Feels like a distant memory now, Game Week 30, but I finished on 58. I had Gundogan, so he obviously didn't play, so he dropped to the bench.
Okay.
I think it was... and Son obviously got the 1 pointer in midfield, very disappointing, because I like the look of that Newcastle fixture. And I've hit the wild card as a result.
Cool.
Quite enough of, stale overall rank, so I've activated it. Hopefully move on up from here.
Cool. Llama, by the way, Llama, Buna, and all that, please, and Capkin as well. Capkin's here. Please do send me your teams, if you Game Week 31 teams, if you want, through my Twitter DMs as we go along. It'd be great. But we'll go straight to let's go to Benji. Like last time, did you get on Benji in Game Week 30?
I'm looking through it now, and basically it was going quite well. Mason Mount returned, Rafinha returned. I thought, I'm in for a decent week, and then up comes Harry Kane, scores 2 goals. Don't have him. Villa concede, and that ruins my double clean sheet. Antonio gets injured. What more can I say? Aubameyang is awful and terrible. Should have never even took that risk, but it's whatever.
Well, it was a risk that you had to take. It was worth taking.
Are you keeping hold of him for the Sheffield fixture, Benji?
Yeah. There's no point doing a -4 to take him out when he's playing 2 good fixtures, and he didn't play in the Europa League. So
Yeah, he came off the bench last night, got the assist, so good option for this game week, I think.
There's always
Definite hold.
Can come in and do something, and if he's playing Sheffield, I think that's a pretty good chance of going and doing something. So
Awesome. Just want to say hello to Mr. Capkin, making his debut. Are you there?
Hey, Penguin, how you doing?
How you doing, mate? Great to have you on. Great to have you on as well.
No worries, man. I just told my manager in it. I got an important call. Got an important call today, and here I am.
Mate, it's great to have you on, and a big content creator in the community. But it's fantastic. Thank you for taking the time to come on, mate.
It's all good. It's all good.
How did you get on, mate, in Game Week 30?
Did okay. Didn't take any -4 point hit. So one transfer, I bought in Alonso. Take that risk a little bit. He bought 3 points, which is good. But at the back, Martinez with 4, Dallas with 2, Ambasaka with 2, Digne with 1, Son with 1, Rafinha with 6, Fernandez with 5, Bamford with 2, Calvert-Lewin with 2, and Harry Kane with 26. So looking at that is 54 points. Most of the points came from one player. So that means my team has performed really badly. I actually watched the Everton game, and that was the worst thing I ever did in my life. And I benched Gundogan, and I actually benched Lingard, which kind of hurt me a lot. I thought I just thought that Son will play, so I benched Lingard. And it was quite difficult for me to pick who I was going to bench. And I think if he'd done well, then I would have ranked up really well there, but that hurt a lot. So I'm just hovering just inside of the top 100k so far. So that's me.
Solid rank. Do you think Lingard's still worth picking up on a wild card with Antonio potentially out? Because I've got the wild card hit now, and I'm on the fence about Lingard now following that injury.
I mean, if you're on the fence already, right? So might as well remove him. If you have another player that you think that you desperately need, then get that player, right? I look at it of like, all right, Reece is out, Antonio is out. What is he just going to play up front? And I don't know. I'm not 100% certain on him right now. But he done really well.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that's great. We've got Dre here as well. Dre Zera in the voice chat. How you doing, Dre?
Mother trucker, I miss you all, baby.
He's back. He's back with a bang. He's back. How you doing, Dre?
I'm all good. I saw from Buna that you're chatting with you lot, and just thought I'd quickly pop in and just say hello to you all. Much love. Hopefully in the coming weeks, on the
Cool.
on this channel, and just talk to you beautiful people.
Cool. How did your game week 30 go, mate? How did your game week 30 go?
Listen, man. Part of the listen, like my season's as disappointing as as my last season before with my rivalry with FPL bench points. So it's just a continual amount of disappointing diarrhea. So let's move on.
Let's move on. But yeah, so we'll move on now. Lama, are you there, Lama? How did you get on? You want to tell the lovely people out there how?
It's Friday.
We just need FPL lad.
Got a deadline.
Oh, I'll tell you something. Before we carry on, what you did with that West Brom cover, not the what was it like?
Once was a team called West Bromwich Albion who said, "Let's play well and we'll be champions."
If you carry on singing, I am never streaming with you ever again.
Oh, shut your hole. How you doing? How's everyone getting on? We all doing well?
Yeah, we're all good. I'm good.
It's game week. The last game week finished on 65 points, so all was good. Similar to Capkin, and similar probably to a lot of people, with Kane up top with 26 points. The rest of the team bagging my points were Fernandes on 5, Rafinha on 6, Salah on 8, Mount on 6, and 6 from Diaz, 4 from Martinez. So not a bad week, Pingu, not a bad game week, getting all ready for this evening's deadline.
Lovely. Who else have we got in here? I think we've done. Oh, Buna. How could we forget about Mr. Inject? We can't forget about him. We can't forget about him.
Buna.
Mr. Buna.
Yep, Plonks.
How you doing, mate? Welcome back.
Yeah.
And
cheers, mate.
how's
I never forget about Buna. It's always in my mind.
I love you, Capkin.
he's
Yeah, I'm good. My game week was all right. It would have been better had I not overthought things and captained Son rather than Harry Kane.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike Capkin, I started Lingard. And there was a few players that came in for me. So I had Mount, Rafinha, Jota, Lingard all returning as well as Kane. So despite the 2-pointer from Son, I did finish on 61 points. So it wasn't too bad. Could have been far better. Having said that, I think even in game week 32 when Spurs have a double, I'm still going to take the risk and captain Son for that differential punt because I still think he's capable of doing damage. But yeah, all good. Looking forward to the weekend. Got an interesting captaincy choice on my team.
Oh, right. We'll get to that soon. But yeah, guys, do send your teams to me on Twitter if you haven't already, my special guests. And just get through my team. I got 54 points. Did one transfer. I'm still 1.6 million. You can take the piss. It's fine. Mate, listen, guys, I've been in game week 1. I've been in the millions. Well, in the million itself since game week 1. I've been stuck there. It's a curse. Yeah. I'm stuck there. It's a piss take. But yeah, Captain Bamford, most stupid thing to go for. Probably should have gone for Harry Kane from Bhunas Team. But I just thought to myself, I can't be arsed. So I just thought, have some fun. Go for a differential captain. See what happens. But
yeah, too right. Yeah, I went Rafinha as a differential captain. In hindsight, yeah, like yourself, should have put it on Kane.
But Lingard once again getting the points, 12 points in the last game week. He's on fire,
Oh,
isn't
for
he?
this week.
Yeah, the game week 30, the last game week, Lingard. Yeah, he's yeah,
it's good. He's a good player.
I hope he stays. I hope he signs a permanent deal with West Ham next season. You know, he's such a good player. He's really fitted in well, and at West Ham, he really has. But that's how I got on. We're going to move on now to Game Week 31. And we're going to start with, obviously, we're going to start with special guests. We're going to start with Capkin first. And Capkin, we've got your team.
Cool.
Your looks like what could be your team going into Game Week 31. You want to talk us through any transfers? Your captain pick? No, it's straight away. I see Chris Wood as your captain pick. It talks for your teammate.
No, you're not.
Oh, get in.
Captain Wood, love it.
Should appear on the stream in a few seconds.
Capkin, you're not.
I don't know. Can you see it on the screen? Oh yeah, you got it. Cool.
In a few seconds, yeah.
Well,
I fucking love it.
do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I am so bored of this game.
Oh.
And I just want to take a risk in life and just enjoy it. Seriously, it's kind of like it has burnt me out a lot, and I can't bother, and I just want to play what I need. I just want to enjoy it, you know. I want to like tweet out and be like, yes, Wood, you know. Look, I could have went for. So I'll run through the team. I basically wildcarded, and I did that because I want to set myself up for Game Week 32. This team is very it looks really good for 32 and for 33 as well. And then later on, so basically the idea was to try creating a team for the next 3 game weeks where I can actually bank a transfer in Game Week 32 and in Game Week 33 if I need to, and then kind of plan for the next double game weeks and blanks. So that is the reason. So I got Mendy in goal. Loughton, hear me out. He's cheap, and he will only be playing for this game week. And then later on, I can bench him, and then he's useful for the blank game week, 33. However, with my transfers, 2-3 transfers, I might not use him. Rudiger, so doubling up on that Chelsea defense. Phillips, just because it's cheap. I don't really expect him to get anything big returns, to be honest with you. But he's there because of the fixtures. And there is a possibility that Liverpool could do well.
You say
Jota,
that, just to stop you there, Captain, you say that he might not do anything, but he does play Leeds the week after who can't deal with set pieces to save their life. I think he might be a good player that week.
He could, but I have already got Sanchez from Tottenham and Holding to replace Holding and Loughton for Game Week 32.
You're going to do that?
Yeah. Because I think Leeds would do well, and I think they will score against Liverpool. That's just how I feel. Because of Liverpool's defense, they're very bad. But it's just because it's cheap. I don't know why I actually got him. But Jota and Salah, just so it combos together. I got Mason Mount. He is a little bit of a differential of mine. Not many FPL managers are going for him on a wild card. I think that he's got fantastic fixtures, and if he does play, he will do well. If he doesn't, then I have a bench to cover. Fernandez to hold, so my rank doesn't drop. Ian Acho there. I'm going to be getting Vardy in Game Week 33 for like Kane or something, and then bring him back in. And Harry Kane, and as you can see, Chris Wood as my captain. And then on my bench, Foster, Son, Holding, and Sanchez. So I'll have 3 Spurs players for Game Week 32. Yeah, Chris Wood, go ahead. You can
It's a strong
say
draft.
what you need to
I'm
say,
not sure
man.
about the Wood captaincy, but yeah, it's a very strong draft. It's difficult to fit in Salah, Bruno, Son, and Kane, but you've managed to do it.
Yeah, I had to chip away quite a lot of money out of the defense.
Sanchez is an interesting pick. It's difficult to pick an option in that defense. Reguilon's 5.5. Davies is out, so he might play both, but he's quite expensive. Sanchez doesn't get the minutes, but I suppose they've got Dyer.
I don't even think
Rodon's
he's nailed
getting
there. He's been really bad recently for us,
And,
Mr. Sanchez.
Yeah, so
It's just a risk.
Difficult to call. Yeah,
it's just a risk. I'm just basically I'm just gambling on him to have a chance to play 2 games, and there's always a chance. They are playing against Everton, which actually he scored against in the cup. So it's just I don't know why he's there, to be honest. I want to do something a little bit different in the last remaining of the game weeks.
All right.
I'm at that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm at that point where if I don't do anything good, I'm just gonna slowly drop out, and I'm gonna go back like downwards. And I'm thinking, well, just take a little bit of risk at this game week. I'm already planned for game week 32, and I can navigate through the blank with 2 fixtures. It should be okay. And Chris Wood, it's just for the lols and for the fun. Don't try this at home, kids.
I love the
All
lols.
for the lols, man.
Go for it.
I hope he connects with my strike. I've got a strike partner in my team, so yeah, let us both have a bit of fun, yeah.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, and Lascelles is out for Newcastle as well.
You've got to have fun in FPL. That's what the F stands for. Do you know what I mean? That's how I like to play the game. I'm all for that. Captain Wood, and just go for it and just enjoy yourself, mate.
Shall I captain?
Exactly.
Shall I captain Vidra, the Bants?
Yep, I think you should.
Fuck that. Sorry,
It's okay, man.
Mate,
Look, if he fails, I don't even care. Like, I think I should be okay. I should be around the top 100k or just maybe outside. I'll have another go in game week 32. We'll see what happens, and that's me.
Mate, I think it's
Nice.
great. I think it's nice one going for, and I wish you the very best with it. Very best
you
of
very
luck. Just
much.
go for
The
it.
thing is, though, Penguin, we're laughing about Wood, right? I'm looking at Draft Town just now,
Yeah.
and all 3 of their squads, so their top picks, their differential picks, and their value picks, Wood's in all 3 of them.
Yep.
So,
You know, we could be laughing.
so that's
and
so
he could get a
so when
hat-trick.
you're looking exactly. So when you're looking, as people know, with Draft Town, it's all based on bookies odds, but geared towards FPL. So when it's saying that that Wood's in all 3 of those types of drafts, it's not the worst shout in the world, by the way, Capkin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play him every single time, and he is going to be moved on. It's just for the 1 week wonder. Instead of me trying to get Sterling, I want to bring in Wood, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll just laugh. I'll take a piss out myself. That's what I do, and move on.
Exactly.
Mate, so that's awesome. Wish you the best of luck with it, Capkin, and
Good luck.
I hope it does well. But moving swiftly on now to another one making his debut. It's Mr. Focal with his team. It's on the screen right now. Focal, do you want to talk us through your team? Are you wildcard, did you say?
Yes, I've activated the wildcard. This is about the 10th draft this week. I've been posting throughout the week actually on my different drafts, and this is probably going to be the final draft. I ended up deciding to keep Salah, Bruno, Son and Kane in, and I managed to squeeze in Trent as well. The difficulty I've got is I've got the wild card, but I've also still got my bench boost and my free hit. So after a bit of thinking, I've concluded I'll probably bench boost in 32, and then I'll use the free hit to navigate whatever happens later in the season. Looks like we might get a double in 35, or maybe a blank in 36. So this draft is with 32 in mind as well. I'll probably use the bench boost the game week after this one.
Okay.
Looks good.
I'd love to know what you guys think though. Any feedback welcomed.
I'm just jealous that you've still got all those chips.
I know. In Scotland,
Yeah.
as soon as we see chips, they're eating.
He's
They're
more
gone.
he's more patient than us guys. He's just
Yeah.
we're
Well,
just
I
blowing
used
them
to
out.
panic. I certainly used to.
Honestly, when you said you've got your free hit still, I just sat here on my bed thinking, what's that? I remember that chip. I remember that game week -5.
Them were the days.
I've learned from previous seasons that you end up landing on a blank game week and you think, oh, and I've only got 7 or 8 to put out, but it's actually not the end of the world. You can often get through the game week fine as long as you're covering the key players. And that's what's happened back in, I think it was blank game week 18, and then the more recent blank as well. I had the key players covered, so it wasn't the end of the world. It was a small red arrow in those weeks, but I'm hoping if we get a big double in 35, I'll be able to put out a strong team of maybe 10, 11 double game weekers, which could actually benefit me more than using it in a blank. So yeah, I'm trying different approaches this season. I'll have to see if it pays off though.
Do you have any money in the bank to upgrade maybe 4-star? What is
I've
that?
left myself with 0.4 in the bank,
Okay.
but I'm not sure who I would get in, to be honest, because Mendy I think is a very strong option for the next 4. Maybe I'd get a keeper that I could play for the City game, but I think that might even be 35 if I'm not mistaken, which is when I'd be free hitting anyway. Yeah, so that's 35 when he plays City. So I'm happy to have Forster. I don't think I'll ever use him, but I've got him there if I need him.
Yeah,
Question
just because of the
to-
bench boost, isn't it? So
Yeah.
like, if he's a
Yeah,
if he's
right,
a good,
yeah. I mean, I've got 0.4. There's not really any decent options for that sort of price range. I don't think there's any actually for 4.4. There's a few keepers for 4.5, but yeah, I won't overthink it.
And neither of you tempted by a punt on like Pedro Neto, who's got some brilliant fixtures coming up. That's quite interesting that he didn't. Was he a consideration at all in either of your wild cards?
Yeah, he was in a couple of drafts. The only way I could squeeze him in was by getting rid of one of Salah, Bruno's son. I think Yotta's a good pick because of how much cheaper he is to Salah. But it's just a question mark whether having Yotta covers not having Salah. And
I'm going to give you something to think about, actually, mate.
Yeah.
Let me know your thoughts on this. Especially with Grealish out now, would you not think downgrading Watkins up and upgrading Smith Rowe to Neto could be a good alternative option? Especially with the fixtures as well.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. There's not many options cheaper than Watkins, though. I know we've got Captain Wood as a potential, but that's this game.
Of course, you've got the player that I've got, Wood's partner.
What's brother?
The Vito Vardy.
Yeah.
Vardy.
Yeah, it's definitely something I considered. Neto, I think, is a good option. They've got 5 good fixtures on paper. I mean, their attacking stats aren't outstanding, but I think he could do well. He could
With
tick over.
Foden's back as well, you'd think they'd have a bit more about them going forward. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out tonight, though, won't we? It'll be a good idea.
Yeah,
See
you're
how
dead
they
right. Yeah, that Sheffield fixture in 32 could be a good game for Wolves. I
Bear
think
in mind, they
actually
did
go
come
for it
back
there.
and score 2 goals against albeit without Declan Rice, a quite strong defensive outfit, didn't they?
Yeah,
So,
you're dead right.
Yeah, let's see.
I stumbled on an interesting stat as well. So I've got Masuaku, 4.3. He was injured for a lot of the season. His before game week 30, he last played back in game week 11. And in those first 11 game weeks, he was second among all defenders for expected goal involvement. Only
Minutes,
second.
though, isn't it? Didn't he come off before 60 last game as well?
He did, yeah. So he came back from injury in 30.
Yeah.
But for the first 11 game weeks before his injury, he was actually second among all defenders for expected goal involvement.
What
First was Trent.
position is he playing right now? Is he like
He played left
or right?
midfield the last game.
Yeah, he plays left back or left wing back or left mid, but he's down that left flank. Very attacking player, and he got an assist against Wolves, so could be a good punt for 4.3.
I think he'll do well.
Yeah.
So
and
when
obviously got the bench boost, and he plays Newcastle, so fingers crossed. You know,
Yeah,
the clean sheet might get more.
when you look at the lineups with West Ham, as you quite rightly say, it's like a left wing back position that he plays, so quite attacking. Bookies are reckoning that he is going to start for you, mate. So it looks like you could
They
have
do.
a left-sided attacking midfielder,
Excellent.
basically, because it's like a
Yeah.
3-4-3 that they reckon West Ham will set up with. So,
Okay, so out of position potentially as well.
yep.
That's
Yeah,
good.
like
Because
that on the wild
Rice
card.
is out in it, and yeah, they might need more defense cover.
Yeah, and if you could find someone to rotate him with him in 33, they got Chelsea, 35, they got Everton. And I suppose Everton's not a bad fixture, but overall, good fixtures from here to the end of the season for West Ham. So, yeah, there's worse punts than Masuaku as a budget enabler.
Oh, did you say there's worse punts there?
That's definitely worse, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool.
Awesome. I just want to say a
There's worse
quick.
punts like Captain Wood.
See, we're all laughing now. He's going to get a hat trick, bro. He's going to get a hat trick. Capkin's going to be.
Definite.
Yeah.
You know what's
3 in a
coming.
row.
Yeah.
I just want that feeling if he does return. If he doesn't, then it's
It's
okay.
an
but
amazing feeling,
just
Capkin, when a
oh
different
mate,
comes
it's
off,
it's
bro.
sometimes yeah. I was gonna say something, but I shouldn't. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's
No,
good.
just say it. Get it off your chest.
I'll say it in a different term. So when you eat, no, okay. A kebab.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, before we carry on, I just want to say
But
hello
it's gonna be
to say hello to Davey. Davey, I'm Davey. He's in the voice chat. How you doing, Davey?
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Another one making his debut as well. How'd you game week 30 go, mate? Last game week.
Right, 64 points, up to 160k in the world.
Ooh.
So not too bad.
Oh,
Getting there, getting there.
You're on
awesome.
the road, Davey.
I am driving at the moment. Yeah, I'm just driving home.
Oh, that is dedication. Love that.
Don't
Still
drive.
make the screen while you're
Don't,
driving.
don't drive in FPL. I take no responsibility if he crashes. If you're listening to my stream.
Yeah. Don't take hits while
No,
you're driving.
I've got you on the hands.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, well, actually, we'll go straight to Benji, and then we'll go to talk about Davey, what his plans are for Game Week
I'll
31.
have to hop off, Penguin.
Oh, no
Really
worries.
appreciate you having me on.
Vocal.
Finished up working from home. Appreciate
Thank you so
you
much.
having me on. Nice to see you guys.
Thank you so much
Nice
for
one.
coming
Take
on,
care of
mate.
yourself,
Take
pal.
care of yourself,
Yeah,
mate.
pal.
Hope
Good
to have
luck.
one again in the future. Take care, mate. Awesome. So everyone, that was FPL Focal. Do give him a subscribe on YouTube and Twitter. Just type in FPL Focal. Really, really cool guy. But like I say, now moving on to Benji's team. Benji, would you love to go through your team for Game Week 31? We've got it on the screen. Any transfers? Any what you?
I did Rafinha to Jota.
Okay.
I did Watkins to Kane, and obviously I've captained him. And then I did Antonio to Calvert-Lewin. Those are my 3 transfers.
I like
And
the Kane captain pick.
I somehow still have 3 Arsenal players.
How did you land yourself in that predicament?
I don't know.
I mean, owning 1 Arsenal player is bad enough, but bloody hell, triple. If Matt was only here.
Who have you got?
I honestly don't know.
He's got Leno, Aubameyang, and Saka.
Saka, To be honest, they could do well this game. And look at their playing. Shittest
Yeah.
team in the league.
Well, you say that, and then I'll end up losing.
I've had Leno since like game week 18, so he's been in there for a long time. It's not like one that I've took on the punt. Aubameyang has definitely taken on a punt, and it still could pay off. You know, he's got 2 great fixtures.
Didn't you
But-
have Leno when he got sent off?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I just wanted to remind everyone.
I have had a record 6 players being sent off this year, so please do not remind me of that.
Unlucky!
Yeah, I think they're good transfers, but we'll wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, I like the Kane captain pick. I'll ask Boona later on, being a Spurs fan, what he thinks of the Spurs United game. Well, I'll ask him now, actually. Ask him now, Boona. What 6-1 last time out at Old Trafford. Just quickly, how do you think things will go this time?
No, it'd be nothing. Like that was heavily influenced by the Martial sending off. Just
a lot
change
tighter.
the morale of the game.
But do you think Son and Kane will still be dangerous against United? Still be, if you own them? Do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, you can have
don't really know.
Ndombele, mate, like we talked about. Ndombele.
Oh, mate, you're a joker. He's not an FPL asset.
I thought you meant it was one. Watch now, you'll get something, mate. The double.
Son and Kane did bits in the reverse, so I think they'll be involved in some way. But I can see this game being like a 1-1, 2-1 United possibly. We're not in form.
Okay. I'll have to see.
I feel like Europe's going to play a big part though in that game.
What, the fact that we didn't play?
Yeah, the fact you didn't play. United played probably their best squad against Granada. Like, I think there might be an element of tiredness in there, and Harry Kane can definitely pounce on that. And Lindelof and Maguire are terrible together, and Kane can exploit it and definitely get some
Was it
goals.
2-0 United won?
Yeah.
2-0.
It was 2-0.
Yeah, I think it was.
2-0, yeah.
So you'd imagine, where possible, United will go full strength this weekend because the likes of Shaw, Maguire, and McTominay all suspended for the second leg anyway, aren't they?
I don't know.
Could be for the next. See, actually, on that, do all the yellow cards get rescinded if United do get into the semis? I think they do, don't they?
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, actually, Kane captain's not a terrible shout.
No, I
I
didn't
actually
do that.
see them doing well.
The bookies have got it close though. They've got it Man United edging it by like 2%. So I think you're right, Boona, with what you're calling like a a 1 each or a 2-1 one way or the
Oh
other.
yeah. I mean,
So-
the bookies work for me anyway. Yeah, I was just on the phone with them before this call.
Anyway, that was Benji's team. We're going to move on now to Lama's team. Should appear in the next few seconds on the stream, Lama. Do you want to talk us through your
Okey-dokey.
team, transfers, captain, everything?
Yeah, so we got Mountain for just a 1 week cheeky punt, which worked out not too bad with his 6 points. So I got rid of him straight away, of course. So we've also taken out Rafinha as well. We've brought in Jota and we've brought in Neto.
Ooh.
So
You got
the
rid of
team,
Mount?
I did. So the full team as it stands going out at the moment is Pope and goals, and you know I like my 3-5-2. So it's Diaz, Dawson, and Dunk. A 5-man midfield of Fernandez, Neto, a captain's armband round Salah, Son, and Jota. And up front we have at the moment an injured Antonio and Kane. This is where I'm contemplating potentially getting rid of Antonio and just bringing in Ichikuku for up the top for Leicester. But then I don't know because Watkins is sitting there and we know what happened the last time Villa played Liverpool, albeit they're a few players shy this time. Is it worth taking a hit to just swap out Antonio? I don't know. And that's the only thing that I'll be looking at over the next hour
Who's on
or
your
however
bench?
long it is.
You've got Watkins.
Is Antonio definitely out? Has it been definitely
Oh
confirmed?
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
he's
so.
definitely
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, definitely,
Out,
yeah.
out.
He's out.
No, Dylan's asking in the chat if this is a wild card. It's not a wild card. This is my squad.
Okay.
Oh.
For me, I would play. Sorry, for me, I would play Watkins and just. You already made the transfer, right? So you can't bank it.
Yeah,
Am I
no,
right?
that's
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
you're right. Yep.
No. Okay, cool. No hit. So, yeah, just play Watkins, and then
Do
you
that
can get
move next week,
Iheanacho
I
next
think.
week.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
I mean, I
Iheanacho
think they're,
next week.
Leicester's fixtures don't come good until 32 anyway.
so I think the way my mind was thinking is possibly I think I'm going to end up keeping Kane for the rest of the season, and I think I might remove Son to get the funds in there to get. Well, this was the debate that I put on Twitter. Do you go for Iheanacho because of how he's playing and his value value at what is it 5.7 or something 5.9?
5.8, yeah. 5.8. Almost.
Or do I go get rid of Son, for example, and just go straight to Vardy? What do you guys reckon?
Are you thinking getting rid of some before 32 or after 32?
No,
You
no,
don't wanna
no.
get rid of
Yeah,
them then?
no, nah. So it would be after the double game week, mate. Yeah. So that's
Let's
what
see
I'm
how
wondering.
they do in the next 2 games. Let's see who performs and whether Iheanacho, stays there. I was reading something regarding Maddison not being fully up to, where he needs to be. So the likelihood is Maddison starts on the bench. So we should get to see most of the game from Iheanacho and see how they kind of compare. But at the moment, I think it's hard to deny that Iheanacho is by far the better pick.
Yeah. But no, I agree with what you're saying, Capkin, is probably just doing my damnedest to try and sit on my hands, mate, and not do anything.
you
Just
can't
roll
do
with
that, Lama.
Watkins. I know, it's hard. Just roll with Watkins for this week and then look at getting Iheanacho in or someone like that.
Yeah, if you
going
take
forward.
if you take a hit, you basically want him to return. Some people are already benching him or playing Vardy. It's up to you how you feel. You got to get him anyway. You can get him now if you want, if you're badly in desperate need. But I think your team's good for game week 32 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you very much. But yeah, so there you go, Penguin. That is Lama's total blankers
I like
going
it.
into the game week.
I really like it, and I wish you the best of luck with it.
Cheers.
All right, we're going to move on to the one and only Buna. Your team is on the screen. It should appear next 10 seconds. I don't know if you're driving. Probably you. Don't.
Nah,
yeah,
I'm not
I take
driving.
take that back. Don't look at your phone. I'll just look at my phone and just blame Penguin. No, but I'm sure you know who you've got in your team. You've got Captain Sterling. You've got Cresswell, Bamford, Target on your bench. You've got Jota in there. You've got Vidra, how you pronounce his name, up front for Burnley. Talk us through your team, Buna. Any transfers this week?
You see when I open up the FPL, I don't use the app, but when I open up the FPL site on my phone and I look at my team, it reminds me of when I was at school and I'll go to a parents' evening and my parents were really, really proud because I did really, really well at maths.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I go back onto this team, I'm like, wow, this team is actually sexy. But I know like it's got the potential to really backfire as well with a risk like the captaincy on Sterling. So I made 2 transfers this week for a -4, getting rid of Rafinha and Antonio to enable me to bring in Sterling and Vidra because I did have 4.2 mil in the bank. So that's what I've done. And Sterling is only a 1-week punt though for me. I'm attacking that Leeds fixture.
Go back a step. He's been like a 20-game week punt
No,
for
no,
you,
no, no. But on this
Sterling.
occasion, this is a new chapter. We closed that chapter. Can you not
Oh,
bring that
okay.
chapter up, please? Okay, because that's
All
still
right, no
hurts.
props.
This is a new Buna.
Okay,
It's
can
the
you just
new
leave that,
Buna,
okay?
yeah.
New.
He's
So,
changed.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, Capkin. For fuck's sake. Some people like to open up the old wounds. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a scab.
But yeah, this is a new chapter. This is a new Buna. This is a 1-week punt on the wanker. He needs to do something for me. You'd think he's not played the last 2 games, so he'd finally do something. So I've brought him in. Gonna captain him. I think he should start. If he doesn't, then something's seriously up, and there's something a bit deeper in the relationship between Pep Guardiola and Raheem Sterling. But following this week, I'm going to get rid of Sterling for Salah, and then downgrade Lucas Dean to either Shaw, Phillips, or like a Reece James or Rudiger for a -4. But yeah, I think I'm pretty set moving forward. I quite like the team. But yeah, keen to hear what you lot think.
It's just the Burnley guy up front that's quite interesting, Vidra. There's one thing having
He's
Chris
getting a
Wood.
hat-trick this weekend, bro.
Well, I thought Chris Wood's more.
Yeah, and
like
Wood
them
is
together.
assisting him.
Yeah.
Team up right there. YouTube and Jet and Twitter, all right.
It's going to be Southampton versus Tottenham all over again. Vidra 4 goals, Wood 4 assists.
My God. What I'll give you my thoughts. I like it's relatively strong defence. Sterling captain. It's bold, but it's a cheeky differential captain. He's a differential. He's a low ownership player, and it leads next to just conceding goals to, like, if you think about it, they lost 6-2 to Man United away, lost 4-3 to Liverpool away, lost 3-0 to Spurs away, lost 4-2 to Arsenal away. I mean, I think City will probably win about 4-5-1 here. I think Leeds will probably score. But I think
because they're probably going to go with a weakened squad, Pingu. That's the problem.
City, because they've got Dortmund.
And that could affect them. The likes of De Bruyne, I think, is probably most at risk of getting
I'm
a rest,
fucked. I'm
especially with the reverse Champions League fixture in the balance.
Yeah, I know.
And I do hope he comes on though in the 90th minute and gets carded as well. That'd be really, really
Oh,
nice.
That would be nice. That would
But
be nice.
I had two 50-50 decisions, and I've gone with the 2 that you'll see, obviously on pitch at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's Pope versus Areola and Digne versus Creswell.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? So I've gone with Pope and Digne.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Pope's fine.
Yeah, you've gone for the right ones. You've gone for Pope
Yeah,
and
I would
Digne,
say
the
so.
right ones. Cresswell, he's there for the assists, got 10 assists. He loves taking corners. They're always, someone like Souček gets on the end of them. Areola's got Wolves. You've gone for the definitely right one for Pope. More likely to get a clean sheet.
The reason why I've gone for Digne over Cresswell is mostly because I feel we saw a bit of a weakness in that what has been a really strong defensive lineup from West Ham all season, but with no Declan Rice, they looked a bit more susceptible. And obviously with Cresswell playing a slightly different role now as well, that not ideal. Although look, he's still got corners and set pieces, so it's not the end of the world. But for me, it was more to do with the fact, believe it or not, that Digne plays on Monday night, and I
knew you were saying that.
I do like having a player on the last day, but also it's a farewell. It's a kind of goodbye. Kind of give me a nice present. If he doesn't do something for me on Monday night,
I do like that as well.
He ain't coming back.
For me, I like it. I like it. You got Nick Pope there, just like my Loughton. It's the same thing.
That's it, bro. We're hoping for the same.
Exactly.
What's quite interesting though, when you look at the bookies' odds on Drafthound, Brighton are 43% compared to Everton's 29%. So
Score.
No, to win. So they're edging it more towards Brighton at home as opposed to Everton, which is, I don't know what your views are on that, but
I'm just glad
that's how
that the
they're
bookies
seeing it.
can't control what happens on the day. Do you know
This
what I
is true. This is very true. We know that they're just obviously percentage odds, but even at that, it's just interesting to see that they're kind of siding to
I'll be
Brighton.
surprised. I'll be very, very surprised if Everton don't concede. But Lucas Dean is one of those players where he will return 4 or 5 zeros and ones in a row and then randomly post like a 13, 14, 15 pointer. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that kind of falls in this week. And this is based on absolutely nothing but hope and gut feel.
That's what you got to do. Go, you got.
Nice team. I like
Yeah.
it. It's
Thank
good.
you.
Davey, obviously I know you can't show us your team or send it to you because I'm doing a
I've
double.
actually, no,
car crash.
I've stopped driving now. I've DM'd you my team.
Oh, cool. Have you done it?
DM'd it on Discord.
Oh, I don't know. Hang on, I'll just see. Let me
I've
see.
not seen it yet, Davey, but it looks shit.
Bhuna's always nice, isn't he?
I know, but Buna needs to mind the gap.
See if we can get it. Oh, I can.
So Buna needs
Right, hang on.
I
Hang
can
on.
put it on Twitter.
I've got it. No, I've got it, mate. I've got it. This noob
I've
has
made
finally
one-
upgraded his freaking.
I've made one change to that.
I've got it. I can see it. I'll try and make it bigger. Yeah, talk us through your team, Davey. Captain's transfers. It should appear on the stream next 10 seconds. But yeah, talk us for your team, mate.
Right, so I'm sticking with Martinez in goal because he's got a double coming up, and he just, even if he concedes, he's gonna get like a crap ton of save points. He's just ridiculous. I'm going with. I've actually forgotten my team to pull it up. That's actually quite bad.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've got Diaz in defence. I've got Creswell, Rudiger, and Dunk in the back four. I've got De Bruyne, Salah captain, Bruno Fernandes, Gundogan, Iheanacho, and Kane up front, with Bamford, Rafinha, Stewart on the bench. I had 2 free transfers, so then I've only made one move, and it's Creswell to Phillips to free up 2 million.
Yeah, that's not in the screenshot.
It's not in the screenshot.
So we don't know if that move's legit.
But that is the move I've done, because that frees up me to do De Bruyne and Bamford to Vardy and Son for 32.
If I'm completely honest, I
For free.
reckon you're going to be down to 10 men this weekend.
You say that every week, Buna.
No, I don't. No,
love your
usually
honesty.
I say your team's shit, but I feel this time like your team's alright, but I think you're going to be down to 10 men.
Possible, but I don't know which one to remove out of De Bruyne and Gundogan. I don't think it's the week to get that question wrong. You know what I mean?
I'd if I was you, this is me, genuinely trying to help you. I don't like doing this, but are you not tempted by like upgrading or down, depending how much money you've got, or downgrading Rafinha to the likes of another midfielder like Mount or Neto or someone, just to have a better bench player to come on?
No, I think Rafinha's a class bench player. Come on, Leeds are the perfect bench team.
You're just going to roll your transfer then.
I'm rolling my other free transfer, yeah. So that way I can make 2 for 32. So it's very, very boring, but it's, I don't know, I feel like it's sensible.
Very you.
It is very me.
Oh, you two need to hug it out.
Fuck that.
Wow.
But I mean, it's not got to the stage where I need to take any risks. Yeah, I did consider. I do have enough money to do Rafinha to like Maddison, but that's one I was tempted by. But
Are you thinking to bring in another Spurs player for 32?
yeah, I'm probably just gonna do like De Bruyne to Son and then Bamford up to Vardy for 32. But that's next week's transfers.
Cool.
Because like Leicester are at home to West Brom and Spurs have the double.
No love for Jota from you.
I'm gonna chance going without him.
Yes.
I do like him, and I do think he'll potentially do well. Like I think there's a lot of hype around him, and I do think one of the worst things you can think of is in FPL is that the player's not going to keep it up, but I do think he will.
He's by far the most transferred in this week, and we know what that usually leads to when that happens. That's usually the week he blanks. So, yeah, those 580k managers that have brought him in, I'm not sure they'll be laughing come the end of the game. But I genuinely wouldn't be crying if, personally, because I've had him for the last 2 weeks when he's returned. So.
Plus, I think you've got to look at the rest of their fixtures as well, Buna. You know, not just this game week, but Liverpool's.
100%.
I know
the
the
end are brilliant.
That's
I mean, I know
a
a lot of people have spoken about Liverpool and the fact that they're not exactly on form and all the rest of it, which is what it is. However, you can't look past the fixtures, surely.
Can I just jump in quickly about the fixtures? I was talking to Lama on your.
You don't need to jump in, it's your stream.
I know. I just want to be polite. I'm a polite penguin, and but yeah, talking to Lama, I think Steffi was on as well. about the fixtures on Paper Talk. Do subscribe, check them out, guys. Everyone watching that FPL Lounge. Nick, close to 800 subscribers, really awesome channel. But yeah, like I say, I've got them on now. The fixtures for Jota and stuff and Salah. You know, Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, tough one against United, Southampton, West Brom, Burnley, Crystal Palace. I was thinking about it earlier today, like compared to what I was telling you, Lama. Was it Sunday? The Paper Talk. You know, they look easy fixtures, but when you look at them again, you know, we have struggled against Villa. You know, Leeds really went at us. Newcastle struggled. Southampton, West Brom. I don't think they'll be as easy as some of us probably think they will be, but I think it'd be good to have like maybe a Jota and Salah. Just go for it for the running and just see what happens, because I don't know what you guys think. Going for double low pool attack, Jota and...
I think it's the way forward.
The way forward for the
I'll be
running.
doubling up next week.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree as well. I don't. It doesn't factor into my plan just yet, but in the future, I think I think everyone will probably have Jota and Salah.
I am the other.
At least for the last 4 game weeks, because those last 4 fixtures are amazing.
What about you, Capkin? What are you up to with Liverpool attack-wise? Are you doing that? Are you doubling up that way?
Oh, I've got 3 Liverpool players already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this like for me, you know, I'm wildcarding for GAMEWEEK31. It's not just, I'm not just aiming at this game week. You know, I'm looking at ahead as well, and their fixtures are fantastic. And sometimes you need these fixtures to turn things around, you know, and be on form again. So it's just a risk. It's a good risk to go with Liverpool players, and just to bet on them to do well for the remaining parts of the season. You know, if they do get kicked out from the Champions League, which could happen because of their defense is more weaker than ever, there is still a great chance that they can do really well in the Premier League with those fixtures. If you think about it, GAMEWEEK32 is Leeds, and then it's Newcastle. At least for those fixtures, it looks really good.
Didn't they draw last time against Newcastle?
Yeah, I think it was a draw.
They might have done.
But just hang on. Let me just check.
Look,
it was 0-0 last time out.
Okay, 0-0, and I think they got Leeds again, and they won 4-3.
Yeah.
Aston Villa, they lost 7-2. I don't think that's going to happen, but
I don't think these things are going to happen. But
no.
I do think, I don't know. Like, I think if Liverpool didn't win 3-0 against a terrible second half team at Arsenal without their best left back, which they exploited completely, you know, I think we'd be having a different conversation here. I think we'd be saying, yes,
I don't know.
Jota is probably the best option here, and then we'd be sitting here just saying like, they are good fixtures, but they're still out of form. So I think people are very confident because of that 3-0 fixture.
I don't know if confidence is the right word, Benji. But I think you've got to look at those when you look at Jota, he started 13 games for Liverpool, obviously because of injury and stuff, but he still managed to get 12 goals in that period.
Yeah, I think that's great. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I think the people getting, you know, Liverpool defenders, and I do think that's a bit too much. Like, I think, like I said, I think people are really overestimating Liverpool because of that 3-0 against Arsenal.
Overestimating?
Defensively.
Yeah.
I think getting that 3-0, people are like, defensive-wise, we should hop back on them because of their fixtures. And I think, be careful, because their defense is still terrible. Their defense is still very bad. And it's still injury, you know, got loads of injuries. And I just believe defensively, maybe not as confident. And I think the 3-0 is
it's the fixtures, though, isn't it, Benji? It's hard not to.
But you look at
especially.
And you're like, oh, they're so good, but the previous time in their bad run of form, and don't forget, their run of form hasn't ended just yet. They've won 1 game against Arsenal. You know, they can be on this bad form.
Here's one for you, Benji. I know you like your stats. Jota scored in every 91 minutes in the 2021 season, a rate quicker than any other fantasy player.
Oh yeah, I think Jota's great. I think anybody who doesn't think he's a good option you know, really need to start looking at him because he makes that Liverpool team attacking wise work. You know, without him, we have seen attacking wise they are terrible without him. You know, Salah looks awful. There's no creativity. There's no movement, and he brings that. But they still have their problems defensively. Their midfield is awful. They can't keep the ball for 5 seconds. You know, so I still think there needs to be some caution on Liverpool and not to just throw everything at them. Because
I don't think you need any caution when it comes to Nat Phillips personally. If you look at his last 4 games that he's actually played in, he didn't play in the Chelsea fixture. They've kept 3 clean sheets in that time. Yeah, fair enough. One of them was against Sheffield United, but the other 2 against Arsenal and Wolves, who have you can score on their day.
who have been terrible
I think he's not a terrible pick.
He's 4 million as well. The amount of money that frees up for you to bolster your front attacking 8 players, you can't really look twice at that. And he's cheap enough to bench if it doesn't work out. I think he's a better option than Trent. But I think Trent's a bit of a mistake if you.
Trent's a more exciting pick though, and he is, despite what Benji said there, still someone that I'm considering, to be honest. Just because of his explosivity.
He's 3 million more than Phillips. Trent.
That's it. That's a lot of money difference.
Yeah.
I
just want to throw out.
Who are you sacrificing to get Trent into your team? Because there has to be a compromise somewhere if you're going for him.
Yeah, I'd have to get rid of Son after 32 to bring him in. Oof. But that also means going without Bruno. So kind of got to. I think Phillips is probably the better pick.
Just want to quickly say about Jota and Liverpool, for instance, the running. You know, I think now, we're not going to turn things around. I don't think against Real Madrid.
You turned around 3-0 against
Yeah,
Barcelona.
and Dortmund. I remember that. But listen, I just don't feel that confident because they were. I don't want to talk about, but seriously, the main thing is now without. I don't know. Is it 3 points or something like that? 2 or 3 points behind Chelsea or something like that in 4th place, and I think Jurgen and Liverpool really going to go at this because we need to finish in the top 4 Champions League. We need to be playing Champions League again next season. We've had a shite season, as we know, but we need to regroup and regroup.
So you
go
think
into
he's
summer.
going to go full strength this weekend and then focus on cementing?
I don't know.
Football?
I'm not. It's Jurgen at the end of the day, but I don't know what's going through his mind at the moment. But I'd love we need to really go at these fixtures now. Look at the league now. And just really try and bulldoze past these teams and just get 3 points, as many, maximum 3 points in each of those games and try and finish in the top 4 because we're not like 10 points, like I said, or 12 points, like 2 or 3 points or something behind Chelsea. And, West Brom beating Chelsea was a huge boost for us. And, but I think it's, we've got to win. These got to concentrate on this now. Got to concentrate.
Yeah. Liverpool still has a chance to get to top 4, top 3.
I personally think we will be in the top 4, and I say that now.
Yeah.
In the top 4 at the end of this season, I think so.
I think Chelsea and West Ham are better teams, and that's not me hating on Liverpool. I just think
yeah, it's all right.
I think if you get knocked out of the Champions League, I do think you have a better chance. But I just think West Ham, they're on very, very good form. We've seen how good they are. And how they can string wins against any teams, not just shitty teams, good teams as well. And Chelsea, if they can just get back to form, playing against Porto is probably the best medicine for that 5-2 loss because you're playing an even worse, team. I think they played awful, and Thomas Tuchel was very good tactically. If they can just keep that form back again, scrape off that 5-2. They can go on a run again for 5-6 games, and that's it. Your top 4 hopes for Liverpool are gone because Chelsea will just be firmly in that top 4.
Buna,
yes, mate.
would you recommend me removing Son to Lucas Moura?
100% not.
That's a fun move.
Because then I can upgrade Phillips to Aspilicueta or things like that. No,
I wouldn't personally, mate. I still think more is shit.
Here's one for you, Capkin. On Wood, since he returned from injury in game week 26, he's averaged a shot every 33 minutes, which no other player in the league can better.
Perfect.
A bit of confidence for you there.
I'm very confident.
I've got another stat on Wood. No striker in the last 4 game weeks has had more shots on target than Chris Wood.
Really?
There you
I've
go.
got a stat on Wood as well. There's not one player in the Premier League, apart from Chris Wood, that has the name Chris Wood. Fucking brilliant, I know.
Wow.
Jesus, Bruno.
Round of applause.
Yo,
Trust me.
good.
You surfed the net for that one.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
look,
I had to.
look, I know, you know, the Chris Wood is a funny kind of pick, but for the fun of it, for the lols, I'm just gonna go for it.
Mate, he scored in the last 3 games against Arsenal and including Arsenal and Everton, and returned 27 points.
He played all right. He played good.
So he's doing all right.
And Newcastle just lost their best defender. That's Lascelles. Like
They
he's
get-
out.
Wilson's back though, confirmed back.
Is
True.
Chris Wood on penalties?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Chris.
You know what would be perfect if he misses a penalty and Vidra taps in.
Oh,
That could happen.
Chris
No.
Wood. Chris Wood has done well. Last 3 games, 3 goals and 1 assist in his last 3 games. He's
Come
man in
on,
form.
Matic.
I mean, if that happens and Vidra just bloody does a tap in, Boone will be pissing himself. At that.
Vidra, what is this? Vidra.
Vidra, it's like me saying Tuchel.
Oh, that was good. That.
Pronouncing
Tuchel.
names with Penguin.
Say it again.
It's my. I think it's my only chance to get to the top 50k. I can't. I can't see any differentials that I have. Yeah, I want to go for a differential.
What's your exact rank right now?
96k.
Bro, you don't need to go differentials to get top. You could go without going differentials and get to the top 10k still.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I just think that the Champions
fun.
League is going
You
to
need to
play.
have fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I know what you mean. I just feel like because I wildcarded, I'm set for 2-3 game weeks already. So I feel like I'll be able to get those points back if I fail on it. And I just feel like there could be a lot of rotation because of the Champions League game to be played still, the second leg. There's still a lot of risk for that Liverpool side as well, even for Jota and for Salah. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know that I shouldn't take a risk. I should just keep going and grind through, and I think I'll be able to get where I want to go to.
Nah,
but I think
you should play your game, bro. There's too many sheep on FPL Twitter, man.
exactly. I see people doing the same shit all day, and I want to do something different and just
See, I
play
don't
my own
think Chris
game.
Wood's a risk. I
And I'll
really don't
laugh.
think Chris Wood is a risk.
Yes, I'll just laugh at myself like I always do when I fail on something. So that's all right.
Just jump
But I
in.
won't go. Oh, it was the best pick. I'll be like,
I'll
no,
just
it's
be
the
cur-
worst
I'll be-
pick.
Right.
I'll just be cursing Sterling on Twitter, and once I've got that out of my system, I'll be alright.
Oh, okay. Right, so I say hello to a few people. Blue, FPL, we've got FPL Focal from before. Sam, regular viewer. Paulie as well. Dylan, Kobe, so many people. How you all doing? Jamo, how you doing? Who else is here? We've got John Harris, the 2 Johns, John Harris and John from Scotland. John McEwen, Ewan, I've pronounced that right, probably screwed it up. So,
No, you did screw it up.
I did. Is it not
You're
pronounced?
worse than Lama with these pronunciations.
And
Bloody hell.
Llama. Penguin, we should
I'm
do it.
surprised you get Lama right.
Llama's teaching me. Llama's teaching me. JBT, and I think we have Mr. JBT in the voice channel. Jay, how you doing, bro?
Hello.
How's it going? Long time no speak.
What's going on? How's it going, lads?
Doing good. How'd your game week 30 go? Your game week 30?
It was alright. Came captain, and it was the kind of standard procedure. Other than that, nothing really to note, to be honest. Yeah, just getting by. Brought in Azpilicueta and bench Diaz, so that was rather nice.
Same.
Oh shit! Talking of that, mate, you reminded me of the disaster that I had this past game week, which I didn't mention. I got rid of Harrison as part of my -4.
Oof.
Yeah, forgot about that.
My God.
Just reminded me.
So, what's your plans for game week 31? Jay, feel free to, if you want to, send us your team through Twitter. But you know, captains wise, if you what you planning on doing going into game week 31?
Man, like captains wise, but basically my transfers this week was either going to go like bring in Neto for Rafinha or bring in Vardy for Bamford. I went with Neto just because of the amount of time I've been like thinking about it. And then captain this week, I've just gone for Kane because I'm just not a Scooby. Who else to captain, to be honest? Like, there's just no one else on my team who I look at and I'm like, yeah, I want to captain you. So just on Kane. I'm hoping he can do something against United.
I just want to quickly talk about Wolves. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think their fixtures are all hype? Do you think they're good enough to have someone like Neto or Cody or Semedo? Because this is something I want to talk about. I mean, Wolves-wise, we'll start with Lama. What do you think about Wolves fixtures? Do you feel there's a bit too much hype behind them? Do you think they're easy, or do you think, not trying to pull Jay down with the
No, I was
Neto?
going to say, he's definitely going to smash it. Don't do that to me.
No,
I'm
Definitely
jinxed it.
gonna smash
I just want to know what you guys think, because I've been thinking about it for the last week, and people on Twitter talking about it, and it's something that maybe a topic, something to talk about. But Lama, I mean, what's your thoughts on Wolves? What's your thoughts on
So, I like I've been talking to you and a few of the other boys in that about Wolves, and we know that they've not been on any kind of form of late. But again, looking at the fixtures and Neto, just the way he plays, similar to what Jay's just been talking about, there was no way I wasn't finishing off the season without getting Neto into my team. So they've got successive games now against 5 of the bottom 6 teams. So Neto was definitely coming in, and he's definitely up there in terms of their attacking threat more than anyone else in that Wolves team. I'm not saying that I would be going all out bringing in defenders or anything like that, but I couldn't look past Neto. And I think the way I've shaped my team up, I was more than happy to just punt him in there as like a 5th kind of midfielder. All his goals, he's got, what has he got? Like 5 goals, 8 assists, loads of shots, plenty on target, chances. He's involved in pretty much anything. If Wolves are going to do anything, he's the one that's pretty much involved in it.
I agree, but I don't understand one thing, Lama. I don't understand why you got rid of Mount for a hit to bring him in.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Because I told you this before, up until what's-his-face from Chelsea got injured, was it Chilwell?
Yeah.
He was the only player I've ever had in this season from Chelsea. I don't know why. I think it was that, what is it the kids say now? Like that whole FOMO thing on Mount. That was the only reason I brought him in, for fear. But I knew straight away he wasn't part of my long-term plans. And Chelsea, I know we've just been talking about it and all the rest of it, and Tuchel can do this, that, and the next thing. I just don't like Chelsea one iota in terms of. I still don't think they know what the best team actually is. So that was the reason I got rid of him.
Does me not pronouncing his name Tuchel not tempt you to bring in Chelsea? Tuchel.
No, I wouldn't even buy the aftershave.
Tuchel for him.
Yeah.
Mount is by far the best Chelsea player, though. I can't get
No,
around
I don't.
Get rid of him. Did you get rid of him?
I've still got him.
Came off the bench as a sub.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I could make a transfer, he was the first person I shifted.
Bloody hell, you're a lunatic.
Well, that's the way I play the game, mate. It is a game at the end of the day.
Play your
for
own
me.
game. That's what they say.
So
So go back to Jay. What else in your team? You got Neto in. Have you talked about your captain? Have we talked about?
Yeah, man. Let me try and get a picture over to you quickly.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've got to be playing Smith Rowe this week because I brought him in for the blank game week. So I was like, hopefully he doesn't play in the Europa League, but he has. So I'll probably most likely be getting Bamford and Dallas off of the bench against City.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hopefully City get absolutely pummeled by Leeds. That'd be quite nice.
Not happening.
Be great that. Yeah, so just say, look, while we wait for Jay's team. I will just say hello to a few more people. We've got Sam, we've got Kepa, Chelsea goalkeeper. I don't know what he's doing here, and I'll be doing well, Kepa, and you've been benched now thanks to Mendy.
There's another Penguin. There's another one there on Neto that I've just seen on Draft Hound. He's currently ranked as the 12th best midfielder in FPL and 19th overall in FPL.
Okay.
Is that Steve-O's ice cream van outside your house?
You can hear it, innit?
He's coming to
Jeez,
invade the
blast from
stream.
the past, right there.
Invade the
I
stream.
don't know
Go get
why
Steve-O
this
in.
ice cream van is here. I don't know what's going on. Like, what is it?
Oh, is it you?
Are you gonna nip out and get yourself a 99?
No, I'm just telling to F off.
He'd be like,
Oi.
sorry, Penguin guys, I just need to get myself a 99. Go on, let's go. Yeah, Jay, we got your thanks for saying your team, mate, and we've got your team on the screen. But yeah, just talk us through it, mate. Talk us through your team. Should appear for you guys.
Yeah, I mean the big shout, and I think I was discussing this with Benji in the previously was like the Leno Martinez rotation in goal. I'm absolutely loving that. So yeah, Leno in goal in Sheffield. I've heard stuff about Diaz potentially being benched, so that would not be ideal. But he starts in a minute. Creswell, Azpilicueta, bit of a double. Like, I hope Palace like beat Chelsea, but then Azpilicueta getting a 0-pointer last week and then like a 1-pointer this week also wouldn't be ideal. Smith Rowe, Lingard, Fernandes, Son, Neto, the fresh man, going to absolutely smash it tonight, or I hope so.
Yes.
That would be rather nice. And then Watkins against Liverpool. Yeah, go on, Watkins. He absolutely, what was it, 7-2 last time? So, just maybe they can make it 8-2 this time. That would be nice. And then Kane to smash. To be fair, I am deliberating the Fernandes pick because, like, Spurs' I think it was expected goals against Fulham or something, against Newcastle or something ridiculous, like 4 in one of the halves. It was something silly, and against Newcastle, who literally have like an awful attack. So maybe a United asset could be the one to captain this week.
Don't forget, Fernandes is terrible against big 6 teams.
But he also is on penalties.
Yeah, but Tottenham ain't big 6.
That is also very true.
The bottle jobs. You're welcome. He don't mind. He don't mind. He don't mind.
I
He
felt
don't mind. He don't
He's
mind.
not wrong.
way up north.
They are 6th in the league though.
Yeah,
They're doing all right.
it's fake.
It's fake. Yeah, that's a nice team. It's a nice team, Jay. And see if Neto can do something. I'm not ruling him out. Like I said, I'm just 50-50 with Wolves running. Wolves as a team, but play your own game, mate. And I think Neto is a lovely one. Was it 1-0? Did Wolves beat Fulham 1-0 last time out? Yeah.
Yeah, 1-0 Neto.
Was it
Nice
Neto?
and chill.
Was
I'll
it
take
Neto?
It was
Go on,
1-0 Neto.
Fulham are fighting though now. They're fighting for survival.
It's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be a tight game.
They bottled it against Villa last week. Like they went 1-0 up. As soon as that first goal went in, they just capitulated.
You know what's funny? Mitrovic
Yeah,
scored.
crumbled.
Mitro scored. When does he ever score?
You know what? Talking about Neto, I actually want him in my team just because it's a Friday game.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Are you gonna do it?
But I love those things. I'm trying not to, but I'm holding myself because if I do that, then that means I'll have to do a transfer next week. I don't know. I do like to have a player in every single day, like so I can just chill out and
good
watch
feeling.
or have. Yeah, it's just like waiting for that. Oh, I can't wait to see someone play here, or instead of just waiting because I'm not even gonna watch this game if I don't have anything.
That's a big reason I went Neto over Vardy, was just like because it happens first. If Neto does anything, I'm just gonna be pissed off until Sunday.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? I guess go with your gut.
Right, I'm gonna move on to my team now. My disaster of a team. I've got Pope, Stones, Diaz, Cresswell. I was a bit of debate. Probably both are going to be benched because getting people saying they're going to be benched. This player's going to be benched, and just like I don't give a crap, mate. De Bruyne in there, Jota in there. So I was a bit, captaincy whether to go KDB or Jota. So I just thought, sod it. I just decided to go Jota. Thanks to a spin the wheel 3 times in a row on Instagram. And then I got Lingard, Mount, Son. Got injured Antonio and Kane. I did these transfers because I am known for doing my transfers early because I have no patience for this game, especially with the meh season I'm having at the moment. So I brought in Jota and KDB for Lookman and Rafinha for a -4. Just going to see what happens. If they both get benched, then I just think, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
On the bench, I've got... Go on, sorry.
Go ahead, sorry. So no, I was going to say... That's all right.
No, that's all right.
I was going to say, yeah, you just got to... It is quite difficult to... Like, if you have a transfer in mind, it's quite difficult to hold yourself not to make a transfer early on. But I tried my best to, like, fix that issue. And it has definitely worked out well for me. just I guess next year, just do your best to never transfer anyone.
Yeah,
Have someone to like lock your team up.
yeah. I'm as I keep saying to all these guys, that I'm just waiting for Euro Fantasy in the summer.
Oh, okay, cool. That'll be
Yeah,
good.
I just finish the season for me. I'll go for Euro Fantasy.
Cannot wait.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I've got Antonio injured. He's probably not going to give play or anything like that. So I've got Bamford first sub. Maybe he'll come on. Maybe he'll score. Get rid of that clean sheet for my team. But yeah, I'm playing for fun. I'm in that mindset. I'm not like overthinking stuff now. And that's what's going to be my thing for next season. Trying to overthink moves and not panic. Trying to avoid FPL Twitter, because we know what that's like, don't we? You know, with everything that goes around on there. But I'm happy with the team. I like Mount. He's a lovely little gem, and you know, he's a nice little gem. Keep him a double Spurs, especially for the going into the double game week in 32. I probably won't go triple Spurs in 32. I'll probably just keep it double and just think, you know, Son and Kane, the best ones, nailed on. And if I wanted to go for a cheeky end, Dombele, like, you know, no, I'm joking.
You mad man.
I am mad. Will you say that? And they end up getting 15 or.
Tell you, the only third Spurs player I'd recommend to anyone probably, just because of potential saves, is Lloris. But then if you've got Martinez, you probably don't want to do that. But if you're in a wild card, he's not bad.
No, I've only got Pope and De
Typically,
Gea.
goalkeepers have a what 6 to 9 point, you know, maximum. Sometimes they'll get 10 or 11, but it's rare. So I think Lloris could rack up the points, to be honest.
Yeah, he could do.
I like Ndombele. I watched. Can you believe it? I was actually watching Tottenham play, and he's all right. He keeps the ball. He keeps the ball well.
He's a great player. I just don't think it
he's good.
translates to FPL.
Yeah, I think the
nothing for
5.9
FPL.
million price tag puts me off. If he was a bit more cheaper, like 5.4 or something. But you know, he's got 3 goals,
If he
2
was
assists.
4.5, I still wouldn't go for him.
Would you not? That's interesting. That's
Nah.
interesting.
He's
Yeah,
not
but
an FPL player.
let's see. But I like this team. I think it's good going forward and see what happens. And probably be my last hit. Probably not. Who knows? But yeah, I've gone for Jota just for. Never mind, spin the bloody wheel. I've picked him because he's just so good. He's just so good. But it's all about if he's going to be benched. If he's, I don't think he'd be benched. I think he'll still start against Villa. And I think he's such an effective player. It's not going to be an easy game. I think you've got a beast as in Martinez, who's just cranking up those save points, and he's their signing. He's their signing of the season. Obviously, he's signing off this season in general, Martinez, and he's really changed Aston Villa defensively. He's really helped them. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. I'm just going to quickly say hello to a few more people. Anton, how you doing? Who else is there? Dylan, we've got Buna. Just a reminder, folks, 45 minutes until the deadline. Thank you, Buna, for putting that in there. Dr. Swan in there as well. We've got some new people, which is good to see. Got some new viewers, which is really nice. And we've had a maximum notice about 28 people watching, which is really cool. So thank you so much, everyone that's tuned in. But yeah, we're going to look at some questions. I don't know if you guys, the guests, have got any questions. Have you got any questions you'd like to talk about? Anything you would like to talk about before the deadline? Anything leading up to 31? Anybody?
If Capkin's telling me to sit on my hands, then I'm just going to return the favour.
Yeah, sit on your hands.
Someone's saying here, should I get Trent or is it Vidra? I can't pick. Welcome to the school of Penguin. The Burnley fella that Bhunas got up front at Vidra. Trent and Vidra. I think Trent, like we talked about. Sorry, go on.
I wouldn't be spending 7.3
No.
million
It's not worth it.
spender at the moment,
Go for Phillips. 3 million cheaper.
especially because he's from Liverpool. But
Oh, thank you. You're lovely.
I think if you are going to go for a Liverpool defender, like we said earlier, Phillips is probably the best option. He's 4 million. Like, he frees up so much for you. And no matter what I think about Liverpool defence, if you're going to go for one, I think the smart move is probably going to be Phillips.
We've got some good ones here. Defensive wise, go for them quickly. Charlie saying Safal or Cancelo. you know, Benji, you're a City fan. You know City inside and well, near enough because Pep's bloody mind games, so we don't know that bit. What do you think about Cancelo? Do you think he's still going to be that heavy rotational sort of player for City, especially still in the Champions League? Do you think it's better to go for someone like Sefal, despite West Ham having a more probably slightly tougher fixtures? What do you? And City have a blank in 33 as well. Do you think?
I think Cancelo is not a FPL option, and we all got fooled.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's.
What makes you say that?
He's so good, and he does so much. It just nothing comes off, and in FPL terms, he's not getting the returns. He has lower attacking returns than most defenders in the game. The reason why he has higher points is because Man City keeps so many clean sheets, and I do think he is a good option for clean sheets, but you're spending 6 million on at the time you were spending 6 million, I think, on him when you could have got Stones, and I think Stones was probably the better option out of the two when we were thinking about Man City defenders. At the moment, I think he plays in the weekend. I do think Kyle Walker gets rested, and we haven't got anybody else that could play in that position other than Cancelo. So I think Cancelo might play this weekend, and Zinchenko moves out to the left where Cancelo was playing against Borussia Dortmund. So I do think he plays this weekend. If you've got him, I think you take a punt on him and play him, because if he's not going to get subbed on. That's the good thing, is that if he does get benched, he's not coming on for a sub, so you don't have the risk of him coming on for 1 point. So if you do have him, if you want to play him, I think don't be scared of playing him. I just don't think he's as big of a attacking threat FPL wise.
Would you say he's all fart no poo?
But he's good in football terms. Like he does so many things in football very well, and he's very integral to how we play. Him being inverted and coming in with his right foot and his left foot. He can whip a ball in. He can shoot. He's very attacking. But nothing comes off in FPL because he's either the assister of the assister, or he gets into good positions and then fluffs it. He's more than just shooting and crossing. I understand that. What I'm saying is that he has the ability in football, but doesn't translate to FPL. It's one of those players. I think it's very strange. You'd think that.
Have you had him in FPL this season?
I've owned him pretty much since that Burnley game. Since the 5-0 game, ages.
He's hurt you, hasn't he? I can tell in your voice he's hurt you.
He hasn't hurt me because he's gotten me points because of clean sheets, but I definitely would have preferred to have Stones with Diaz instead of Diaz Cancelo. I chose Diaz Cancelo and not Stones and Diaz, which probably was the better option in the beginning. So
right. I'll just quickly move on to Anton's question. He's on a wild card. And do you think he should go for Reece James or Alonso this week? He's already got Rudiger locked in. But what do you guys think? We'll go to Jay. We haven't heard much from Jay yet. So what do you think, Jay? He's on a wild card, Anton, and he's already got Rudiger. Do you think he should get Reece James or Alonso? Who's the better one? What do you think? Jay?
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I agree, Jay.
That's a great point, Jay. Yeah.
Jay, thank you so much, Jay. We're gonna. So we'll ask Capkin. He's our special guest. What do you think, Caps? What do you think? Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
interesting
this is
view as
great
well.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad we all agree. For once, we actually all agree on something.
I know. Yeah, we actually all agree. Yeah. I swear to God, this happens again. Lama, don't do 3 times.
Well, you know our thoughts. We agree. We
agree.
You know my thoughts as well. I can't stand Chelsea, and I just think that
Pretty boring to watch.
I just think that they've not exactly got the easiest end to their season either. With a difficult game at Brighton, West Ham, and City. So if it was me, I'd probably just stick with Rudiger. However, with Alonso, if he plays, it gives you a fourth striker if you're playing with three up front. That would be the... If I was going to pick anyone, I'd probably go Alonso. He is a bit dearer. But it just depends what your budget's like, and if you're adamant you're going for 2 Chelsea. That's who I would pick out of those two. And the reasons why, because it's just like having another striker in your team.
Right, I just want to do a bit of an update. We just got a message from Capkin in the Discord. He had to drop out. It's been good. Capkin, thank you so much for tuning in. And Davey had to pop off as well about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. But thank you to those two for tuning in. I don't know where JBT's gone, but it's probably like, where's Wally? Or where's JBT? But hopefully he will reappear. But yeah, we'll wrap things up very, very soon. Just so many questions coming through. What's everyone saying? But if any of you chaps as well and the guests need to pop off, totally understand. But it's been great having you guys on. Just want to say thanks again, Buna, Lama, Benji, Jay.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah, I'm gonna head off as well anyway myself.
Cool. I think there's too many questions and we're gonna be here all day. But thank you. We're gonna wrap up here, guys. But thank you so much. We've talked about a lot. And
it's been great, mate.
I've really enjoyed it.
Been good.
Really enjoyed it. We've had Capkin Gaming. We've had Focal making the debuts. Davey as well. Davey, can't forget about Davey. And Dre making a 1-2 minute appearance, a short cameo. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this. So thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And it's been a blast. It really has. So thank you so much, guys.
Brilliant.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Take care.
guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make friends. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section, and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected, and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act